So, hello everybody, and welcome back to OMSI 2. It's me, Simulation Section. I'm also known as Andmore Central, where I deal with the real-life buses. But today, a little bit less responsibility, although still a virtual responsibility for the virtual AI of OMSI 2. You join me back in Adstow, the Adstow project beta 7. Now, I've done a few videos on this so far. We've had a look at a couple of different routes. We've done the rail replacement, we've done the 663 school bus with Stagecoach, we've then done the number 4 town circular with Beryllium. And today we're taking a look at another new bus service in the latest beta release, which is the number 6, which operates between Adstow bus station and Langley. It's a short service. It has one vehicle on it. I believe it takes about 15 minutes from end to end and is operated in the map by Stagecoach. The current rendition of the Adstow project, beta number 7, having two operators, Beryllium and Stagecoach, although I am reliably informed that First Bus will be returning to the map very soon. In front of us is an ADL Enviro 200 MMC with Stagecoach Southwest, carrying one of the private cherished registration plates that Stagecoach South have. It's in the Stagecoach We've Got You livery, which has been made specifically for this map, and I will admit looks absolutely stunning. Does this livery? It really suits the bus down to the ground. Lots of nice detail, but also showcasing the simplicity of the livery. And sort of conveying that across as well, which is pretty awesome. I'm going to get a very quick screenshot. There we go. So yeah, we're all set up for the number 6. This is the V3D Enviro 200 MMC 11.5 metre with the Mr. Chips enhancement pack installed as well, which enhances the experience. The seat specification can change. The driver POV is a lot better. And a few other minor bits and bobs have been tweaked with, so it's an overall better experience. The Enviro 200 MMC is a free to download modification, and the enhancement pack is also free, so it is a really nice bus. So yeah, the run takes us, by the looks of it, just under 20 minutes to get to Langley Roundabout, and we'll go via Milford Primary School, we'll go via Yellow Tor Road, and via Morrison's, so exciting stuff. So we're departing from stand number 6, so without further ado, we will make our way round to stand. And this time, unlike the previous video, we do actually have somebody waiting for us. And they're seemingly that impatient that they're currently walking up to the bus. So I don't usually use the 200 MMC to such a degree that I've reinstalled it specifically for this video because I wanted to go in it. And then I saw this We've Got You livery and I thought, oh, we've got to do that. We've got to have a go in that. It's one of these liveries that is quite controversial. Because when it was launched, I remember seeing it because us in Sheffield were actually the first people to properly see the livery and the refurbishment plan for the vehicles in use. So we were the first people to like properly see it. Oh, I've clicked out. There we go. Let's get back in. So we were the first people to see it. We were very lucky with 11716 and Enviro 400 MMC double decker, which got an incredibly early life refurbishment to showcase the livery off. So let's see if we can we get a screenshot? Possibly. For this particular bus as well, I'm absolutely obsessed with this presentation tools option because this particular bus has always been a pain in the backside to get screenshots of. So I do really like the enhancement pack with this. Let's move forward slightly, see if we can get another angle as well, see if we can get the bus station. Because I'm conscious that this particular livery light has to be seen in the light, as we are literally about to discuss. Because if it is not seen in the light, and it is sort of, you drive it in sort of like the dark, you can't see it. That is one of the many issues with this livery. Some people love it. I mean, some people argue that it is better than the 2020 colours, to which I probably do agree with them there, quite reluctantly. I probably do agree, but now let me just double check here because I've been told that I've got to double check the signage just when I leave, just to make sure I am definitely going the correct direction. Doesn't help having everything on Zoom POV, I will be honest. So there we go, the 6 and 6A. Yep, and that's us, and we go down to Hillside View, presumably. Let me just double check. There we go. Because I was informed that because this is a work in progress, one of the arrows for the number 6 just needs tweaking. Oh my gosh, you're actually letting me go. Wow. OMSI 2 AI traffic is behaving. That's highly unheard of. So when this livery was launched, I remember seeing it, and I will admit, I have warmed to it a little bit more than I did when it first launched, because I was like, why on earth are we replacing this really bright livery with really dark blue, sort of like black? Because when we first saw it, you really couldn't see the dark blue that well. I mean, it just looked like it was just like black, and it was like, why would you paint a bus, sort of like out of vibrant, like, mix of different colours into one gold, not easy to see colour? The whole point of the buses is to sort of stand out so you can see them, and especially in the dark as well. And that was another one of the problems, is when these were done, it was seeing them sort of like in the dark, trying to flag a bus down in the dark. If the destination blind's a bit faded or something, you can't really see it. But I have warmed to it. I think seeing more buses painted in it, I have really warmed to the livery. I do think it looks smart, especially like it is here where it's portrayed. So that's, are we going to S1? We do go to S1. I'm just conscious that there's an arrow here somewhere that, yeah, we do. There we go, yes. That's the one, that's the one. That's the arrow, I found it. I was emailed and told about an arrow and I wanted to make sure I got it right. There we go. There we go. So we served the station. So we're here on the first video of the Adstow project series, mini-series takeover with the bra replacement video, so go and check that one out. I drive the Brilliant bus company B7R Relay on it as well. Really, really nice run. Showcases other new parts of the map as well. But yeah, when it was launched, I thought it was a little bit reserved about it. I have, as I say, very much warmed to the livery since. I do really like it now. B7R Relay got round that. A demonstration of the interesting steering lock on ADL vehicles. Not always the best in the world. Anybody that has driven one knows what I mean. But nowadays I think I've warmed to it. I think the thing that really did it for me, that I properly warmed to them with, was going over and sampling the Stagecoach East Midlands fleet, like the Gainsborough-based E300s that have received the full interior retrim and refurbishment and the external livery. Now, East Midlands was an area that has always felt a little bit neglected in the Stagecoach operation. It's always the area that, especially like the likes of Gainsborough and Grimsby and Worksop, they're sort of the areas that Stagecoach tend to forget about a lot. Because when you think of East Midlands, they put a lot of investment into Hull and a lot of investment into Lincoln, and sort of forget about the bits in between. So it was really nice to see this livery in a practical sense there, because those vehicles do incredibly long distance routes in the countryside, through villages, through cities and towns, and they obviously go down really mucky roads, and it was really good to see the livery in its use as something that you don't notice the dirt and the muck on the vehicles as much. that I thought was really good. I really did like actually rate the livery for hiding out like the road muck and dirt and all the nasty stuff and mud and bits like that you get, and when you're obviously driving a vehicle on the road. So it masked all of that. So it meant that it came back at the end of the day still looking relatively fresh, looking relatively nice, relatively fresh. And the interior retrim was incredibly nice. I think if they'd have done the dark blue interior seats but kept the 2020 livery externally, I don't think it looks right. So that was the thing that really made me warm to it. I do have a video coming out on that soon, to go and check out when I sampled the Stagecoach East Midlands operation, and I did the cross-border services. I spent a few hours. I didn't get a chance. I was going to go all the way to Retford, and unfortunately I didn't get a chance. So what I ended up doing was I ended up sort of going to Bawtry a couple of times, and sort of going down the Great North Road a couple of times. That was really good because I got a variety of East Mids vehicles in. We got some of the older stock, some of the newer stock. So it was an incredibly good morning, good few hours to be fair. I got a few extra buses than I thought I'd get, which is always a bonus. Always a bonus. Oh, Stagecoach depot over there. Exciting. Oh, we're upside down. How have I ended up upside down? I clicked and the mouse pinged me upside down. How on earth have I ended up upside down? There we go. But no, I was very impressed with it. As I say, I think for those Enviro 300s that are going on 12 and 13 years old now, that retrim inside made them feel so fresh, so nice, so new. And I am going to be at some point when I do get a day off, which don't know, pass. When I get a full day off, that I can actually go out and explore and travel on buses and stuff like that. That won't be for a little bit, unfortunately. When I do get an opportunity again, I am going to go over to the East Mids operation. I want to do Gainsborough, Retford,
Good morning, mate.
a bit of work sort, and I want to do sort of the full operation within like a day. So I want to go across the full sort of East Mids central operation, like the bit in the middle that everybody tends to forget about, and sample the different rural routes. Obviously, we've got Lincolnshire in OMSI 2, so I can sample like the likes of the 95 that I've been intending to do for ages, and routes like that, so I can sample that to get that sort of intrigue and excitement in. They've got a few older stuff, so they've still got a Transbus E300 going. Goodness knows how that is still going, but that's still going at the time of filming. I still haven't been on it. Now, I don't know whether that's going to be getting withdrawn soon. I have heard rumours it is, so I might not get a chance to go on it, unfortunately. But that's out and about at the time that I'm filming this, alongside all these refurbished E300s that's really random, and it's just an old 08 plate Transbus one lurking about. But yeah, that's about, and as I say, they've got some of the older ex-Scottish Trident 2s running about, they've got some ex-Manchester ones running about, and they've got some of their own original Lincoln stock running about as well. So there's all sorts to see, all sorts to do, so it's something I am actively looking into properly exploring. So the video that is coming out on that very soon, although as I say that, I think it might already be out by the time this video comes out. It's either already out or it's coming out literally this week, I think, or next. I'm sure it is. Because of how I film these a little bit in advance of when they come out. Not much, but a little bit. And I'm thinking of where that video's scheduled. But that's sort of like a little bit of a taster. But we will be back to do a proper East Mids video, because I know how much you all love watching Stagecoach East Midlands stuff. It's always really popular, and I always really enjoy filming it and travelling on the network. It's a fun network to go around. It's like semi-rural, semi-urban. Like you'll jump on a bus for an hour and you'll end up in another town, sort of thing. And it's nice enough. Nice enough for a casual day sampling a couple of buses. Hey, the Morrisons. So we are about just over halfway on the route. It's not the longest route in the world, but we are just over halfway there. So we'll keep progressing. What I also love about this is it is slightly more tightly timed than like the beryllium route that we did previously, like the 4 and the 4A. It sort of gives that contrast between an independent, like a well-established independent that know the area, that are like really adamant about getting the times right, versus a larger operator that may use them, they may not, but quite a lot of large operators now use AI times and AI systems like that to create an efficient timetable, that albeit maybe just as efficient as the one from the independent, but because it's not hand drawn up and human made, it's AI made, it might be a little bit tight on the times. So it is quite nice. I don't know whether it's intentional or not, but it is quite nice to have that contrast. Oh, we're going. That was a large bump in the road that we got stuck on. Oh, just that's exciting. Thankfully, I've never had to drive an 11.5 metre E200 MMC. I have only driven the 10.8 ones, thankfully. So we literally go up to Morrison's and then we dip off and go this way. Excellent. Yeah, I have missed driving this. It's nice. I mean, you do notice the difference in the steering lock. Like, I've literally only just recorded the other video with the veiling, and I mean, again, it shows just how lucky we are in OMSI 2 to have such realistic vehicles that you do actually notice and have, as you do in real life, have the response of erg. It's irritating to drive one of these in contrast to a Volvo, because the Volvo steering looks beautiful. So you can get the Volvo around anything, and this you can feel the actual real life limitations of it. And it's so weird that you can actually get that difference in vibe. Ooh, this is exciting. Speed bumps. Oh. That's something we don't have much of in OMSI 2. Most of these big speed bumps. I'm getting a complaint because we're going over speed bump. But we don't get these sort of long speed bumps. Yes, we have the little tiny speed bump that's been in the OMSI 2 world for years, that is an incredibly good resource out there. If you are map building, that is a good resource to sort of put in a housing estate, that sort of thing. Like a 20 or 30 mile an hour road. We don't get many of those long ones. I really like that. That's cool. Nice little bit of variety there. Oh, we're at Yellow Toro GP surgery, and someone quite adamantly ran down the bus then in order to get off at the GP surgery. Well, 3 people really. Yeah. I feel like I could have brought a slightly smaller bus on this route, I'm going to be honest. I feel like I could have brought something maybe just slightly smaller. We've so far, I think, covered about 8 people. Although it's like when we did the 4 route, where it was just a really quiet round trip. Clearly everybody was enjoying the sunny weather in Adstow, so they weren't travelling on the bus. Yeah, we've got like a couple of people on. Just to note as well, these are, I initially got muddled up with what was what, but these are the repaints. The ones that you've seen in the previous videos, including the Stagecoach one, are repaints that have been made for this map. So they are exclusive to the Adstow project. So all the branding on them is sort of Devon themed, and like you've got "We're hiring" sticker on the hopper board bit. You've got the correct legal lettering, and you've got local signage and bits like that, just to add to the proper sort of vibes that you are driving, not just with Stagecoach, but your Stagecoach in Devon. So it's giving its own like personal touch. Unfortunately for me, as I say, I have switched the AI off just for the smoothness of these videos. Unfortunately, when I got this rig that I used to play OMSI 2, it was quite a high quality, top of the range sort of thing, and over the years, as the top of the range moves on, I didn't. So we are here. It is an incredibly detailed map, but just to ensure that OBS can encode it properly and you can get a high quality video, because for some reason when you're recording with OBS, it obviously takes up a lot of memory. Other YouTubers will mention to you as well. So because it does take up a lot of memory, I choose to just switch the AI buses off because it's not worth having to risk all the lag spike or something happening towards the end of the video. So, but I do promise you that outside of recording, the AI list for this is absolutely phenomenal. It has such variety on it. Most types of buses are used in some shape or form. A lot of thought has gone into creating an atmosphere like you are like there, and you are like literally living in Adstow. You're driving in Adstow. Like there's so many different vehicle types, brandings, repaints.
You cannot serious.
I wasn't supposed to go down here, was I? No, I wasn't. Oops, we've made an error. Beep, 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 beep. Oops. I was like, oh yeah, let's go back, and then I was like, that says town centre on it. I've made a boo-boo. Again, this, like in real life, you just go to the bottom of the road, and obviously turn around, but here we are. Sorry car, you're going to get consumed by a bus, my apologies. That was just me just being like, oh, I turned right. So I'm just like, yeah, let's turn right. Not thinking in any shape or form. And what doesn't help is the E200 reverses so slowly as well. I could have at least gone wrong in a bus that actually reverses a bit quicker so it's not as prolonged. There we go. Put it into gear. There we go. Now, we all pretend that that didn't happen. Everything is fine. Everything works. I totally didn't try and go everywhere else and go for an explore. There we go. We made it. And to be fair, we were pretty much bang on time as a result. So, it could be worse. It could be worse. So yeah, that's us. We made it to Langley. Apologies about getting the route wrong at the end. I just, as I say, just went into autopilot and then just didn't notice the sign. But love the route. Really nice, short and sweet route is the 6. There's a lot of long routes in this map, as you've already seen. But there's a lot of variety. So you do have a short routes like this. You've got the rail replacement, for example, that's 20 minutes long. You've got sort of the likes of the 4 and 4A. They're quite longer routes. Then you've got the school runs that are a bit varied as well. So there's loads of different routes, lengths, sizes, loads of different repaints that will come with the map to have a look at. Again, a reminder that this map is still a work in progress, so there may be things that you have spotted in this video that are not perfect, things that are unfinished, things that you think, oh, that doesn't look right, or AI traffic behaving badly. So you may have seen all of that. As I say, it is a work in progress. I've seen it as well, but we'll just not talk about it because it is a work in progress map. This is someone's personal project, and part of the beta testing is to find these things, so that's why it's not perfect as of yet. These things will be sorted, the bugs will be fixed, and I can promise you that with the amount of work that this individual has put into this map already, by the time that this is ready for release, it will be perfect, and it will not be released before it is absolutely spot on. I can very much promise you that. A reminder that with it still being in beta testing, it is still a work in progress map. It is not released yet. There's no release date set as of yet for the map, but I will quite happily continue to show you all the different exciting routes in the latest update in beta 7. For now though, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have done, then do be sure to click that like button, as that way more people can find the video and enjoy it just like you have. And if you haven't already, then do be sure to subscribe to the Simulation Section YouTube channel for more content like this from the OMSI 2 world, around the Adstow project. We've got a little Adstow project takeover at the moment on the OMSI 2 world, where we've got other exciting maps lined up just after as well as all my simulator content from Train Simulator, where we get to drive virtual trains. You can also check out my main channel and more central for my real-life bus, tram and train adventures across the UK and beyond, my Day in the Life of a Bus Driver series where I drive real-life buses, or my Project Bus series where I restore my own real-life buses. Yes, there's lots of buses involved. Once again, thank you all for watching, thank you for your continued support towards the channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, mate. Bye for now. Bye.